What's up? Got TWOSUN. And I have to admit, I did kind of search this one out to do it today. And the reason I did is because this little dude dropped today on White Mountain knives. So I thought, well, what better deal than to... All right, I'm looking for a bench knife. There we go. What better deal than to check this one in today and kind of talk about, is it going to be worth what White Mountain Knives is asking for it? And I can tell you right now, I don't know. I won't know until we check this thing in. Check it out. I do know what they're asking for it. They're asking, what did I see? $79 is what they're asking for this knife. And plus, wait a minute. I think it's $75. Yes, it's $75. So $75. And we're going to figure out, is it worth the $68 that it'll actually cost you, because the 15% is gone, but you can still use the DM10 code that's found below. It's DM10 to get 10% off. So, you know, seven and some change, get you down around $68. So we're going to try to figure out, is this thing worth $68? I can tell you that based on the images, one of the things that's striking me so far is that it feels lighter than I would have thought based on the images. Hey, let's get that blade out of there. Ooh, that's a detent, man. Maybe I should do this first. A couple of times. Get that thing used to coming open. Wow. Let's better do the front flip. Oh, wow. Man, I can't get in it. Look at this blade, though. We'll figure out that action here in a second, but look at this blade. I mean, it's like a medieval battle axe, a little mini, right? Like, look at it. It's like a medieval battle axe, the whole thing. I mean, I was so attracted to this when I first saw it. It's got holes here. Nice combat jimping up across the top. Yeah, wonderful. It's all titanium with G10 inserts. I mean, what is the deal? I can't get in the knife. And the detent doesn't feel that overly heavy. The knife's got great lockup, but yeah, I can't thumb flick it, and I can't. Whew, that detent is rough, man. Sometimes it just needs to be worked. That's why I'm doing this. Obviously, that's not how you want to open this knife. But, you know, you open enough of these knives new, and you realize that the first, you know, definitely the first 4 or 5 openings can completely change how the knife runs. Yeah, see? Now I can get it. Just needed to be run a little bit. But, whoa, it's still stiff, man. I mean, like, I'm having to dig my thumb in there and, fire that thing out there, man. Ooh, that detent. How about a Spidey flick? No. Can I get this one now? Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at lockup about 25% or so. So that doesn't leave a lot of hope for loosening the detent on this knife. But yeah, it's locked up solid. Okay. I mean, it's hard to be worth $68 if you can't get in it, right? All right. Well, let's get in it. I mean, I'm brutalizing my thumb. Just keep banging around here trying to get through this thing. So this is the TS. Let's do that real quick. This is a TS422 in K110 steel. Yeah, buddy. Looks like we're going to be T8s across the board. And I don't think I've done it on the channel yet, but I may have to mash that detent ball a little bit. We'll see when we get in here. If we get in here. There we go. I did see this orange color and think to myself, I probably can dye that purple. Oh, everything on this knife is super hard put together. This pocket clip is holding this backside in. Let me put a screw back in it and tap it. See if I can't get that little barrel nut in there to come free. Let me tap it this way. There it did. That moved. So maybe I can get this pocket clip off now. Yep. Yeah, it just was enough with that screw in there to push this down so I could get that pocket clip free. Now I think I can get these scales apart. Let's see if I can't coerce that a little more out of there. Yeah, so it is something I'm trying to do with the channel. I'm trying to be a little more timely with some of these newer knives. And so today when I saw, I mean, it just popped up in my email, the White Mountain Knives sent me that they were offering this knife. And I was like, I've got one of those sitting on the bench. And so I'm going to go check that in when I got some free time. And then we can talk about, is it worth the money? I do like that pivot. No collar, just polished up. Yeah, this thing is not wanting to cooperate. Everything is just smashed together really tight. There it goes. Ooh, man. testing me. See if I can get it apart. It's like, oh yeah, I can get it apart. I wonder if that scale's going to come out of there. I'm going to guess that it does, but can I do it? Oh yeah, I saw it move. There it is. Come on now. There we go. And it's got quite a bit of oil back behind there, so glad I got that off. This one should come a little easier. And I want that pin in the bottom. Come on, man. Come on, man. There it is. Yeah, quite a bit of oil there. Nice shadow box on the scales. All right, let's wipe it all down. Whew. Yeah, it took me a minute to get this one in. But anyways, yeah, so I definitely had the thought today when I saw that email, man, I need to check that knife in so that I can do a review in a more timely manner. Share this piece with y'all so that if you're looking at it going, man, I'd like to get one. Well, because here's the thing. A lot of times they sit here so long, by the time I review it, you go looking for it and there's none available. And I know that because when the videos drop, sometimes I go see if they're available. And it's like, man, there's none. Those are gone. And so the other thing is the 15% discount that White Mountain Knives was running has ended, which that was a killer deal, man, on these TWOSUNs, because they're already budget priced. So to get 25% off of, you know, a $99 titanium M390 knife, it's a pretty good deal. But still, like this one, it's $75. So if you take the 10% out of this, get you down about 68 bucks for K110 titanium. It's got these G10 inserts. Really cool the way that they've shadow boxed these scales. Very cool. Almost there. A couple of little pieces and parts here. I mean, these have come really clean lately. No real dirt issues, but, you know, it's a little excess oil. And not even a lot of excess oil. Kind of a fair amount, because after I oil it, I mean, it doesn't have much more than I'm going to put on it now. It's just that oil spreads, man. All right. Really like the blade shape on this one. It does. It looks like a medieval battle axe. Okay. Ready to get put back together. We'll start with that bottom scale. And I very well may dye these purple. I don't know. I will say I struggle lately with modifying these TWOSUNs at all. I'm pretty much in the camp now with that collection. It's gotten so vast that I might mess with the detent or strop the knife, but that's about as far as I'm going to go with these TWOSUNs. I'm not interested in changing them a lot because at some point I'm going to want to move this collection. And so, I mean, if I was looking at buying a vast collection, because hopefully I can sell it all to one person. You know, just one person. It's like, yeah, I can get all those knives. Yeah, buy them all. But if that was me, I wouldn't want dyed purple ones and pink ones, and you know, I wouldn't want them all modified and stuff. I'd just want them stock the way they come. So I'm kind of in that camp now. When these come in, I have very little to change them. I mean, I don't mind messing with the detent a little bit, especially if I can improve that action. And this is one that I'm definitely going to be looking to do that because, man, that detent was ridiculous. Oof, there's the struggle. Is this piece right here. Okay. So if we're going to do detent work, we got to do it now. There's no over travel stop built into the scale itself. It's actually just going to be the liner on top of it. So I think I am going to take a little bit off of that. Not much though. And it don't take much on these titanium ones to change that. All right, let's try that right there. And see if it doesn't improve that action. Just because of what I'm dealing with there, is what I was saying was I may have to come in here and press that ball a little farther into this steel insert. It's not the end of the world, and I've done it many times, but may have to do that just because that may be our issue, is that ball is just not pressed in there enough. But we'll see. Bearing. I'm going to try the easy one first. And then if that don't work, then I'll just get the knife back open and try to smash that ball in a little bit. Recess it. Maybe that's a better way to say it. I will recess that ball a little deeper. There we go. That actually all went together pretty good. Okay. I'm going to put one of these back screws in, try to even up that geometry. Put some tension on the back as well as this pivot. See what we got. It's locked up good. Oh, 1,000,000% better already, I can tell. Yeah, it's functional. We're gonna have to whack it. The old spine whack. Yeah, we're good. Okay, well, let's finish putting it together, because that resolved that. I mean, it's just tuned a little wrong, that's all. Not the end of the world. You know, it's amazing, these videos and how much work actually gets done here on knives that's not in a video. I mean, it's a lot, man. I am trying to, you know, put it all as content, but it doesn't work out that way. For instance, I bought these recently. So this is a 30 pack of Weehaw number 8 Torx bits. And I mean, am I ever going to use all those? I don't think so. But the one that I had in here was stripped out pretty good, and I was bumping through quite a few, and I was like, you know what? I just need to buy that. That pack has been available on Amazon for a long time, and I just keep passing it up. It wasn't much. It's under $20 for 30 of these T8s. So, yeah, I did buy that. That way I can keep a fresh bit in there, because you don't want a rounded off bit to dig into these screws. Definitely do not. All right. Well, we're all back together, and the knife actually functions. It's running now. Be able to talk about that action here. All right. I'm going to say for me, the action for this knife is that thumb flick. It seems like the best way in this knife for me. The front flip like that, it's not awkward or anything. It works. It just, I don't know. Yeah, so that, I mean, I'm going to say that's good. This thumb flick comes out with some authority, and I like that. I want it to snap out there and get open. That does it. The Spidey flick, a little reverse flick, yeah, no issues. It works fine. Plenty of real estate on these thumb studs to get a hold of. Yeah, no worries. I wonder if, let me check, if those are steel or titanium. Yeah, those are titanium. Polished titanium, titanium, all that's titanium. All the screws are metal. Pocket clips titanium though too. Pretty cool. Let's talk about ergonomics. So I think I've talked about this a few times, but I am not a big fan of grabbing a knife and then finding out that the main grip was the afterthought, and then the choke up grip was the main thought. I'm going to say that the main grip on this one is good enough that it wasn't an afterthought. I mean, this is really comfortable. I'm really locked in here. There's enough of a cutout of a dugout here for my finger to lock me in back there. And then this is combat jimping, really aggressive. So this swoop down locks my fingers in here. No hot spots. Everything's nice and knocked down, comfortable. And so, yeah, this is a confident grip. It is with this knife. Confident. And then, of course, you can talk about this choke up. So one finger, two finger, and then two fingers in here together. And, I mean, super controlled here to use this grip, that choke up grip. I wonder if it's sharp. Actually, let's check the pocket clip. Got out of order there a little bit. Confused. I mean, it's got a good ramp on the front and the back, going in and coming out. So my expectations are high for it. So here's what we're running into here. This thicker material, we ran out of space, and so it's not all the way in the pocket. Now, a lot of times we do it the second and third time, and it runs better, goes farther. Let's starts to train that clip. That's 2 times and it didn't run all the way. Let's try standard jean size. Yeah, it runs perfectly. It's got little over 1/4 of an inch sticking up. Shows that titanium and that orange. Pretty good grip there. I mean, nice tension on the clip. My spot in that back pocket runs perfect back there. Fits really well. Nice tension. So, I mean, a pocket clip's okay. Okay, not okay. Just a little narrow for the thicker material, but standard size jeans, this thing will run all day long. It's got some micro milling on, see around the edge? It's got micro milling there, all the way around that shadow box. Yep, see? But it is not on this side of the surface, just on the face side. Same down there. Pretty nice. Fairly grippy, these holes help. Yep. Now let's see if it's sharp. Yeah. Yeah, it is extra sharp. So price and availability. It is currently listed as for sale on White Mountain Knives. So TS422 and K110. And with the discount code DM10, you can get this down at like $68, free shipping, no tax. So $68 to your door. So the final question on this knife, is it worth $68? I mean, with $50, you know, being the old kind of budget line, I mean, definitely I don't think it's out of line to say $60 is a budget line. But this is a full titanium knife. Nice, you know, I'm not sure if I like the orange. This comes in a blue color as well. But, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's hard to not be worth $68. You know, I mean, it's a quality knife with great lockup, good action. I mean, it runs really well now. It's not drop shut, but just a little bit of coaxing. Blade is nice and centered. Yeah, I mean, it's just hard not to be worth $68. So, I mean, and the cool factor, look at it. And it's as ergonomically correct as that looks. It looks correct. You know, this is a familiar knife shape here. It's a Benza. I mean, how many knives kind of look like that? And you know what? It's comfortable like that. And then this combat jipping on top, where the thumb is, really nicely locks the hand in. So, I mean, for a daily carrier, EDC knife that you're going to put to work, yeah, I think this one's got that. It's got nice, what'd you call that? Nice angle grinds on the spine. Yeah, cool. And I bet you that tip cuts really well too. Yeah, it does. Simple. All right. TS422 and K110. White Mountain Knives has them available if you're interested. Appreciate you watching.